Have you ever stopped to think about language? I mean, really think about it. What if it wasn't just a tool, but a living, breathing spirit? A way to actually feel another person's soul? Well, today, we're going to dive into the absolutely fascinating world of Arreeqqana philosophy, where language is seen as the very vibration of our inner selves. This right here, this single proverb, is the heart of everything we're about to explore. See, it's not about memorizing grammar rules or vocabulary lists. It's about empathy. It's about that deep, profound connection that happens when we truly listen, not just to the words, but to the breath and the rhythm behind them. So let's start at the beginning with the very foundation, the Arreeqqana philosophy of voice. This is what links our words directly to our essence. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. They have this concept called Kuanara, which you could translate as soul speaking. In this worldview, language isn't something you use, it's a living ritual you inhabit. It's this relational spirit that connects us all, not just some boring set of codes to be cracked. Now, before you can connect with someone else's soul, you've got to understand your own. And in Arreeqqana thought, this self is this beautiful, complex duality. This is the Quialaja Nolakiran, or a soul of two. So what does that mean? It's the idea that a person can be deeply, fiercely individual, holding their own inner flame, while also being a mirror, incredibly sensitive and connected to the people around them. It's not about being torn in two. It's about being whole in a much more profound way. And you can actually see this philosophy woven right into the language. It's amazing. They have phrases for this sacred inner sovereignty. Na kra le niawar means I am not shaped by the shell. What a powerful claim of identity, right? Another one, solor nar le na dorinla, translates to came alone will leave alone, which is like a sacred vow to a life lived inwardly. And my personal favorite, na shilikar levasora, which means my flamecraft is sacred. I do not spill it. And this isn't about being selfish, which they define as being hungry for self-echo. No, this is about sacred distinction. It's about honoring your own inner world. Okay, so you understand this dual soul. How do you actually connect with others? Well, you do it through the living ritual of language itself. The Arreeqqana have this 5-step process for it, and it's all about moving from the outside in. You start with the physical stuff, right? Observing mannerisms, listening to the unique soul print of a dialect. Then you move deeper. You attune to the emotional melody of their intonation and the whole context of the relationship. And it's only after all that that you can finally crack the last layer, the emotive codes. Those deep feelings that just don't translate easily. And this is the whole point. The entire practice, which they call the soul echoing ritual, isn't about perfect mimicry. It's not about sounding exactly like someone else. It's about resonance. It's about borrowing another person's voice so you can feel their truth for just a moment. It's about achieving this incredible state of empathy. Now, let's see how all these principles come together in a practice that is, well, it's truly unique. It's a sacred service that combines voice, soul, and a really deep healing intimacy. This is the whispering threadline. Think of it as a formal service where people can call in for emotional companionship, a voice to hold them when they feel lonely or forgotten or just need to feel connected. It's a service designed specifically for that soul of two we were just talking about. The women who provide this service are called villagenois, or whisper maidens, and let me tell you, they're not just operators. They are trained, almost priestess-like figures who are seen as the keepers of the emotional hearth. They use these voice rituals and an intuitive kind of thread reading to sense what a caller needs, and they respond with poetic, soothing, or sometimes even flirtatious dialogue. So what does it actually feel like to call? Just imagine hearing this soft, melodic voice on the other end of the line. You've reached the silk end of the flame thread. May I hold your name tonight? I mean, right away, the tone is so intimate, so safe, and so mystical. And then the caller expresses this deep vulnerability. This feeling of being completely invisible. This is really the core need that the service is all about addressing, that hunger we all have to be seen and to be felt. And this is just a brilliant illustration of the Whisper Maiden's craft. The response isn't advice. It's not, I'm sorry to hear that. It's a sensory promise. It uses these beautiful metaphors and images to create an immediate feeling of warmth and presence. It's literally a touch made of words.
And from there, the conversation can deepen, it can move into this playful, imaginative, and kind of flirtatious voice play. It creates a space for a safe, soft seduction, an intimacy that's built entirely on sound and suggestion without ever crossing into the physical.
And this is a very structured ritual. There are actually different tiers of service, from simple comfort and gentle listening, all the way to a more flirtatious flame speak, or even a ritual soul mirror confession for deep spiritual intimacy.
So, how does this ancient philosophy connect to our modern lives? I mean, this is cool and all, but let's bring it home with a final, interactive reflection.
Just think about it for a second. In our world of social media and constant digital communication, which app truly reflects your inner soul? How do you connect with people through the digital ether? So let's look at two of the Arreeqqana soul types. Are you maybe the gentle flame, the one who remembers and reflects? Your mirror friend might be an app that listens more than it speaks. Or are you the unapologetic spirit who just burns to become more real? Well, maybe your mirror friend is an app that records your raw truths and turns them into chants. Ultimately, the Arreeqqana philosophy leaves us with this powerful idea. To be a soul of two is to be a mirror of quiet fire. It's a beautiful reminder that our voice, our stillness, and our connections are all part of a sacred flame. So the question I'll leave you with is, how does your flame burn?